All right, we're going to move our core progression into what's traditionally thought of as core, focusing strictly on the abs. In particular with this exercise, focusing on the lower portion of our abdominals with some leg raises. There are a dozen types of leg raises you can do. If you have your own favorites, stick with it. What we're going to do though is start off by constricting and reducing that range of motion just a little bit to make sure we're focusing on ab strength and not wrenching on your lower back. So to start off, we're going to do a little bit of test. I'm going to ask Jackie to put your fingertips underneath your lower back and notice how you have that nice little curve, the natural curve of that lumbar portion of your back. From there, engage your abs so that that goes away, back flat on the mat, and then raise your legs up to 90 degrees. Now, as you lower them down, say when that lower back pops off the mat and you lose. All right, so that position right there is as low as Jackie is ever going to go on a leg raise. You can relax for a second. So that position is going to be different for all of us. It'll change from set to set within your exercise. As you get fatigued, you probably won't have as much flexibility, but over time, say days or weeks or several sessions from now, you might find that you're able to get lower and lower to the ground over the weeks, months, and years that you do this activity. So from that point, again, we now have a range of motion. Jackie's going to go no higher up than 90 and no lower than that point she was just at. So with that, we'll start with just double leg raises, 2 down, 2 up. Good. And we can lower down. Key points there. It was a slow down, slow up, a nice controlled motion. It wasn't slingshotting those legs back up and levering up to the sky. So the negative part of the movement was every bit as important as the actual contraction up front. The regression from there, if that's a little bit too intense and you don't have the flexibility or ab strength to do that, would be abdominal bicycling. So with that, you're just going to bring both legs up, bend at a 90 at the hip, 90 at the knee, and moving through more or less a cycling motion where one leg goes out, rotating, and going through. Perfect. So as Jackie does that, still again going no lower at the bottom. And that point that we found out earlier was where Jackie lost flexibility and had that lower back pop off the ground. So because of that, throughout this whole progression, Jackie's been able to keep a relatively flat back on the ground, nice core engagement throughout. Good. When we talk about functional strength for triathletes, nothing can be more functional than doing your core workout while standing up. And that's what we have here. In this exercise, Jackie has a band looped around the foot, through the doorknob behind her, and then looped over her other shoulder. In your own home, this could be a doorknob, this could be a kitchen counter, corner of a table, just about anything you can loop the band around. And we're working on, again, lower abdominal engagement. This is the progression from your leg raise. So to start with, let Jackie just do a couple of extensions, moving that leg forward. We're keeping the knee straight, movements from the hip, slight crunch in the upper body coming forward. Good solid abdominal engagement throughout. Progression from here would be opposite hand overhead, so we have alternative limbs. Again, working that same crunching motion with ab engagement. So it's real easy here to let hip flexors do the work. So you're really going to focus and concentrate on using the core, using abdominals, making this work. You can also see a little bit of instability in her left leg. Not necessarily a bad thing as she goes through the motion. You can relax. As she goes through the motion. Doing this barefoot as well will add further instability to that and working not just your core, but again, working all those other stabilizing muscles around the hip, knee, and everywhere else to turn this into a full body motion for you.